right, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to continue on working on this side of the frame. Busted out the flap wheel and kind of ground some of this stuff down. I'm going to fill this in with weld. I want it to be flush. I don't want water pooling up here. And I'll do the top over there. I'm not really too worried about the bottom. I'm going to shoot this with spray paint as much as I can. It's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to like stop it from rusting forever, but it, you know, can't really hurt. So the first thing I've done is I have a mark down here, and I've marked over here, and I'm just going to do one piece this whole length. I'll notch the piece a couple of times probably to get a bend down like an S shape. So I can't go past this. This is the exhaust hanger, but it's relatively solid compared to the rest of the frame. I'm not going to cut this bottom part out. It's fairly solid. There's enough there. So I'll leave a little bit of a gap down here. And I'm going to try to, so I can weld the plate directly on to that ledge. It'll be interesting. You know, it's pretty thin in some spots, but it should work. All right, I've taken all my measurements. It's pretty simple. All I have is my grinder with the cutoff wheel. I don't have like plasma cutter or anything right yet. So just cut along here, and we'll have to cut this notch out. I'll cut along here, and then I'll measure. I'll take it over there and put it up against it, and I'll figure out exactly where I want to put the bends. All right, so to save on cutting wheels, I cut the short distance this way, and I just kind of notched it this way. Then, you know, obviously just bend it, and you can work it back and forth. I tried to go as light. I tried to go through like as little as possible, but see, it'll come off. Now you gotta be careful. There's an edge on here, and you will get cut. So I got this teeny little vise. I'm gonna pop this in the vise, and then I'll cut the notch out, and I'll take it over the frame. All right, this will be pretty difficult trying to film. So what I'll do is I'm gonna hold it up. So what I'll do is I'll hold it up. I'm gonna leave a bit of a gap here so I can get weld in between there. And I'm gonna try to favor the top side so I can get at that bottom lip from the original frame. And then I'll figure out where I need to bend this. I'll mark it, notch it, bend it out, and then I'll have to do the same thing over here. All right, we got our piece all bent up. Hopefully the camera doesn't freak out. That's about how it's gonna sit. So I got another slight bend out on the end here. When I get the top welded down this way, I'll hammer that down. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grind off the top, try to get about 1/4 inch off there. I made her a little bit too long. Let's see if I can do the bottom. I can probably do the bottom. There's plenty of room. So I want it about here, a little lower, and that leaves quite a bit sticking up on the top. So I'll take about 1/4 inch off the bottom and get her tacked in. All right, I got the welder fired up, as I'm sure you can hear. I've tacked it in place, so I'm going to go ahead and get this plate welded in. And then, like I said, that end over here, it's still bent up a hair. I'll hammer that down after I get probably the top and left side done. So I'll bring you back after I get her welded up. Alright guys, I got the sides of that and that bend welded up. I did not get to the bottom yet. I'm probably going to try taking the wheel off or something. It's just not a very good angle. I'm going to try to get gas out of this tank because it's pretty full. I got just those 2 gas cans. I picked up one of these transfer pumps. So if I can get, I don't know if they have like a one-way valve to keep you from sticking anything down there and siphoning. If they do, I'll have to figure something else out. But I'll probably just fill the 2 gas tanks, go dump them in my pickup, come back, do it again, and kind of go from there. I want to leave a little bit of gas in it so I can get to the gas station with it. But all right, let me get set up here and I'll show you if it works. All right, I got it to work. There is a little deal in there to kind of protect from siphoning, but you can get this small of a hose. I don't think you'd really be able to get it in through the filler neck and everything in that angled piece there, but yeah, it does work. It's a bit of a mess. I'm not sure that I recommend it by any means. I suppose if you had a little electric pump or something meant for fuel, these are not meant for fuel. According to the package, it's probably just a CYA thing. So I got the blower pulling fumes out of the garage. I've taken 2 of these, so 5 gallons, and 2 of the 1 gallon cans out, so 7 gallons I guess so far. I'm going to keep pulling out for a while. I don't know how well that hose is in there. I had to like step on it and pull on it really hard to get it to straighten out. Otherwise it just curls up. You put it in the tank and it just kind of does like a J thing. But this is working. So I'm going to keep going at it. And I don't think I'm going to be doing any grinding or welding today, at least until this is aired out. But I'll bring you back after I start getting the bolts out for the tank. Okay, I've made some progress on getting this tank out. If you look down here, so I get some light in there. Focus. There you go. That is the bolt that holds the strap up. I've already got the front off. And what I have to do is I have to back it out a little bit, run it back in, hit it with some lubricant, and then I back it out real hard and it cleans that scale off. So it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you know, about halfway there. So this is the cover. It's a plastic cover that is bolted on. So there's 4 bolts here. There's 4 bolts right here, here, and those 2 raised portions here. This is what the strap looks like if you've never seen one. So this side, it is on the inside, and you have to like put it in like this and turn it, and that's how you get it out. I thought I was going to have to buy new straps. I don't think so. These aren't really that bad at all. I might buy them. Focus. focus. You see how rusted these guys are? I'll see how much they are. Looks like those are probably pressed in. So the guy might be able to be out of focus. Oop, there we go. So I might be able to like maybe pound these out. I don't think I'm gonna put that much effort into it. I'll take a better look at them later. So right now, let's go back over to the bottom of the truck. So you have this beam here, and that has the bolt in it, and it's right behind the frame. Right there. And this frame being all rotted away actually makes it easier to get to, though, to see. Then underneath here, I put the floor jack under the end of the tank there. And I have this 4x that I went ahead and put there to support it. Now I got the jack over here holding the front up, or I guess the back. Got this little running board mount here, and the bolt is up back here. And obviously it's not, I've already taken it out so you can't see it, but that's pretty handy. I can stick the light on here, shine it in that hole, and then I did the same thing, ran it in and out, and I get about 1/16 of an inch of threads cleared out, and then I would spray it down with some lubricant, and then just rinse and repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and get this other bolt out, and the way I'll get the tank down is, I got the creeper underneath of it. I don't think that'll be low enough to get it out from underneath the truck. So I'll probably pull that creeper out, and then I'll use different lengths of wood and kind of like lower it down one side at a time until it's close enough that I can dangle it down a little bit. I've got the bed off, so that helps, so you can see all the connectors on the tank. I was able to get this electrical connector off. It's one of those that's got this red tab on it. You gotta push it out, then you press down on this and kind of pull on it gently. I've been horsing around with these things, and I really just can't seem to get it. You know, I can't really get my hand up under there very good. So hopefully if I get the tank dropped down, I might have a little better access. Hopefully those fuel lines come down good enough. This one over here is just hooked up to the fill tube, and what people end up doing is they just cut this off, and then they just put one of these guys on here, hose clamp. And that's probably what I'll do versus messing around with trying to get that thing. So from what I read, you gotta like press in on the green and pull, but I feel like I'm gonna break the nipple off, so I don't know. But I'll get the tank dropped down to where I can get a look at it and then make a game plan from there. All right, the back strap is removed. You know, it's quite a bit different than the front. So there's really no way that you would be getting these mixed up. It is a little harder to get out, obviously because the legs are so long. I ended up, so it sits in there like this, and get the bolt out, and I had to really push down on it. And the way I got it was to go towards the back of the truck and push it down around underneath the tank, and then get that notched part out of the frame. the frame's so full of junk on this one that it actually was kind of blocking it. So it looks like these are about the same condition, maybe even better, oddly enough. But there's definitely some pretty significant rust. However, I don't think I need to replace these. I'll probably clean them up, maybe throw some paint on them. The bolts didn't fare too well. This is the front one. It is pretty galled up. So I'll probably go try to find a replacement bolt. This one fell into a pile of rust, so it's got a bunch of crap in it. But I figure if you're replacing one, replace them both. You know, so the front has the shorter bracket, longer bolt. The rear has the longer bracket, shorter bolt. These are the 4 nuts off the guard. They don't look that bad. I mean, they're really not doing a whole lot. They're just holding that piece of plastic up. So. All right, as you can see, the tank it's down a bit. All that's holding it up, I think, is a jack. Got a little sidetracked as I do, and I pulled this wire harness back. There's just a bunch of spots where it runs. It kind of comes up around like that and gets held on by that and clamped on here and clamped on there. I was able to pull some of these out. I think it's good enough to get it pulled back to here. I can probably get in there and work around it. Got a brake line right here, which is probably the hardest thing to move. It's held in by these weird clips. I popped them out of these, and then there's where it goes to a soft line. So I'm gonna hopefully get this bolt out, and then I can hopefully move that over here without kinking or breaking anything. We'll see how my luck goes. So yeah, making pretty good progress here. Went a lot easier than I thought it would. All right, tank is on the ground. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I will probably get a welding blanket, throw over it. So yeah, I got underneath there, and yeah, there's a lot more up that way that I'm gonna have to fix, but worry about one thing at a time, I guess. So I got the bolt out of this bracket for the brake, and it moved out of the way good enough. I'm gonna have to take these things out and put them back in, because yeah, I gotta replace a bunch of metal, and it's gonna go right over where they're at. Doesn't look like it's too hard to drill a hole and push those things back in, but I think that's probably gonna do it for this video. If you guys are enjoying seeing all the trouble I'm having, why don't you go ahead and give me a subscribe and a like. Everything helps the channel out. And we'll see you in the next video.